Hello everybody, today I'm here with the April 2021 sign-in hero and shop refresh I suppose, but really the main event here is the sign-in hero, who is Demona from Gargoyles, which I'm super excited about. I'm super excited to talk about, but I also just want to mention I just made a video on Barley as the new character coming on Tuesday. If you want to hear my thoughts on that or see all of his skills and some of the other stuff that is coming with him as well, go check out that video. I might include it in the cards or in the link in the description, or otherwise just go to my channel and it'll be right next to this video. So please go ahead and watch both of them. I'd really appreciate it. But let's go ahead. I'm super excited to talk about Demona, and here she is. We just found out about her this week. I think on Tuesday she was finally data mined, and I was just ecstatic when I heard about that. I barely got into Gargoyles for a very small amount of time, but I went and watched a few of the initial episodes, and you know, I saw Demona as a villain, and I just think her design is really cool. I love Gargoyles in general, and I hope we get more characters. Like I would love to get Bronx or Hudson or something, or even I forget how to say her name, Elisa, I think it's Eliza. But Demona herself looks great. Her hair was always weird to me with like those multicolored sections, but her design fits in really well, and I hope she looks really nice next to Goliath. His wings are a lot more spread out, and she's got them hanging down, so it's a little different. But I'm sure some of her animations will have her spread her wings. In Disney Source Arena, she's got like a freaking rocket launcher, so I'd love to see that implemented as well. I've not yet looked at her skills, but this is the character I'm most excited for in a long time. In like my video of characters I want to see added, she was in the thumbnail. I just really wanted her specifically. Of course, I want all of the Gargoyles characters, but Demona really felt like the next obvious choice after Goliath. And Goliath was really exciting too, and Demona is just like the next eventual step. And it would be amazing to do what they did with like Inside Out and Big Hero 6, to add in more of the Gargoyles characters, and that would make me unbelievably happy. But I don't completely expect it. I would not be surprised if Demona is the final Gargoyles characters we get. But if the game keeps going for a very long time, I could definitely see them adding like Hudson or Bronx, or even like a duo of them, or even, you know, we could get Broadway, we could get, shoot, I forget the other character's name. But yeah, there are a lot of different Gargoyles characters that would be great to see. That was a pretty long tangent, just to say that I'm really excited for Demona. And I'm happy we're getting her as soon as we are right now. I wasn't expecting her this soon, but I'm happy that we are getting her right now. She's a damaged character, and it's going to be the April sign-in hero, so on the 7th we will all be able to get her. Going through her skills, the Grim readings, Demona reads from the Grimorium Arcanorum. Shoot, I say I'm a Gargoyles fan and then don't even know how to say it. But dealing a percent of her max HP as damage to herself and the closest few enemies. That's very strange that she damages herself, but okay. Ella's a survivor. When Demona reaches 0 HP, and after a few seconds, Demona is healed and gains energy. Demona also regains energy at the start of each wave. That ends when Demona is KO'd, when all of her allies are also KO'd. So think about that for a second. This is what was insane to me when I heard, or when it was data mined and people were kind of freaking out about. Demona makes the round continue until she is dead. So if you level Demona up like crazy, the round does not end until all, well, actually, no, what I'm saying is, if you have other characters level up like crazy, Demona will not die, right? Isn't that what it's saying? Demona is KO'd when all of her allies are also KO'd, which means she cannot die until all of your other characters die. So if you have someone who just like is pretty impossible to kill, she will still be there. I believe that's what it's saying, right? And I really hope so, and that would be such an interesting way to do Demona. I want to see that in action when she is released. The piercing beam. At the start of each wave, Demona scares all enemies and then fires the particle beam at the closest enemy, dealing a percent of their max HP as damage and sapping them. So I guess I was wrong about the rocket launcher. She actually has a particle beam that she uses instead. Wait, no, I'm looking at the next move and it does say bazooka. Okay, so she just has multiple weapons. Okay, so let's go to that move. The recharge. After Demona revives X times, she gets a bazooka that causes her basic damage her basic attacks to deal damage to enemies in an area. So I love the idea of that. She's just constantly reviving, and after a certain amount of time, she gets that bazooka. Then finally, the Gargoyle Power. Demona deals damage equal to % of her max HP to herself and enemies with her basic attack. When Demona reaches 0 HP, she applies stacks of weakness to the enemy that damaged her last. Enemies with weakness take 10% more damage per stack, and enemies can have a max of 5 stacks of weakness. Her friendships are going to be with the Evil Queen and Goliath, obviously. The Evil Queen is going to be interesting. I mean, they're both Evil Queens in a way, and obviously they will bond over their villainy, as most of the villain friendships end up going. But Demona and Goliath is going to be interesting because they have a very on and off relationship, I would say. I'm curious which angle they're going to take on that. But let's look at the shop refresh real quick. Demona is the April Sign hero. I will mention one last time. Rocketeer is moving to VIP crate, Ham in the Guild crate, Captain Amelia in the City Watch, Syndrome in the Creep Surge, Linguini and Remy in the Arena, Kermit in the Coliseum, Honey Lemon in the Heist, and Wasabi in the Guild War. Honey Lemon and Wasabi, the two most recent Big Hero 6 characters, getting an easier way to get them. Kermit as well is pretty recent, and then the rest are very expected. And I've said quite a lot on Demona already. I'm just really excited to get her. It always feels a little lackluster when one of your favorite characters ends up being the sign-in hero. But I still can't wait to unlock her on the 7th and start leveling her up and actually try her out. And what was I gonna say? Her move where she just does not die is gonna be pretty cool. I can't wait to see that in action. And if I bring in someone like Joy and Mr. Incredible, it's just like she's never gonna die. So that's gonna be cool to see. It'll make it easier to showcase her, I would assume, as well. I've said quite a lot. I will mention again, I have that video on Barley as well if you're curious to see my thoughts or what's going on with him. He's releasing on Tuesday, but all of the information on him and what he looks like and my thoughts on him will all be in that separate video, so go check that out, please. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.